What is up, y'all? The 2024 NFL season is finally over as I'm recording this video for Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, at least. Here's the thing. There's a side that's saying Josh Allen was MVP about 5 weeks ago and that Lamar Jackson never stood a chance. That's not close. They think Josh Allen has way less talent, all around on his team, and that he has done more with that talent, has put up amazing statistics, and deserves the MVP award. There's another side that thinks Lamar Jackson is the best player in football, not just the best quarterback, the best NFL player in football, and pieced together statistically one of the greatest seasons for a quarterback we'll ever see in the history. Right? And those are two sides that I honestly cannot say either of them are per se wrong. I can't say that. I get the argument for both. I think they're both amazingly great quarterbacks. But here's the thing, for me personally, while Josh Allen fans think that Josh Allen not only is the better quarterback between the two, but is the most valuable player for his respective team between the two of them, I think is deeper than that for Lamar Jackson, which is why I'm going for Lamar Jackson with my vote. That I don't actually get I don't get an official vote, obviously, but for my make-believe vote is going to Lamar Jackson because of the fact that while Bills fans, other people like Dan Orlovsky are saying that Josh Allen is the best quarterback, MVP, Lamar Jackson is without a doubt the best football player, the best American football player in the league for the past 2 seasons, but especially, in my opinion, especially this season. He's put together combined numbers that we've never really seen before. Josh Allen has gotten 4,000 passing yards. Yes, I understand that. The reason Lamar hasn't gotten there is because for quite a while in his tenure as quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, he was throwing to either Des Bryant or Willie Snead as his top targets. And then eventually Hollywood Brown, that kept dropping every other pass. Eventually got Zay Flowers last season, who matured into the 1,000-yard receiver we're seeing this season. That is what that's the reason. And Lamar Jackson ran the ball. He evolved every year as a quarterback. He matured as a human being and as a leader and as a quarterback every season. He grew and developed into the perfect quarterback we're seeing right now. He has the 4th best QBR in the history, I think it's only 100 right now, the 100-year history of the NFL. The 100-year history, Lamar Jackson has number 4. For someone who, and to contextualize that, you remember, obviously, when they said this man was a running back, you remember when they said he should be a running back or receiver, he should give up his dreams as quarterback. After winning the Heisman Trophy as a quarterback, they were saying that. Once he got bounced by the Chargers early in his tenure as a quarterback, they were saying that he's a bust, that he wouldn't be able to get it done. Obviously, his playoff record is what a playoff record is. But what has Lamar Jackson done in the playoffs that Josh Allen hasn't done in the playoffs? Last time I checked, Josh Allen never got to the Super Bowl as well. So why when it comes to Lamar Jackson, his playoff record comes into effect for a regular season award? That's what I don't understand. Josh Allen's a great quarterback. And if he wins MVP, I'll be irritated because I want Lamar Jackson to win. But at the end of the day, I'll still be happy for dude because he balled out this season, no doubt. I ain't going to be that much of a hater. Josh Allen balled out. I wouldn't even be mad, really. I won't be mad if he wins MVP. I would be upset because I'll be disappointed because I think Lamar Jackson, just for the season he's had, he's probably going to get rewarded with nothing. I hope he gets rewarded with a Super Bowl win, but that's something completely different from the regular season. He broke Michael Vick's all-time rushing record as a quarterback. He did that this season. And that got diminished. That got really diminished. Hated that. I hated that. If that was anyone else that broke that record, it would be way different. And I dislike that so much. Lamar Jackson completely fell out of the MVP race, apparently, when he lost to the Steelers. That's weird. That's weird. Granted, people are going to say, hey, Lamar Jackson lost to the Raiders and the Browns. Okay. He has some bad losses. That's true. That is true. I'm not going to pretend like he doesn't. Josh Allen has 3 to Lamar's 5 losses as a team this year. That's true. And that is a knock. But let me just say something and make this crystal clear. Despite that, when he was written, when they're 0-2 and were written off, they won the AFC North. They went back and beat the Steelers, who Lamar Jackson has not played at home since 2020. That's the last time Lamar Jackson played the Steelers at home because he was either injured or because of the COVID year, because of all these other things. Lamar Jackson has not played the Steelers at home since, I believe, 2020. I believe. If I remember, I believe Romo or someone was saying on the broadcast. Lamar Jackson swept the series with the Bengals. The Browns game should have ended 4 times in the Ravens' favor. Kyle Hamilton can't catch an interception that is right in his chest. And was it Rashad Bateman, I believe, dropped a deep pass that was right in his chest as well. Right? Again, woulda, shoulda, coulda. But literally, these were game-ending plays if catches were just made, which is the story of a lot of Lamar Jackson's career. With some inaccurate passes, a lot of them, but a lot more drops. A lot more. If you show the highlight of Lamar Jackson's players dropping the ball, you know what I'm saying. Right? And last time I checked, Amari Cooper for the Bills, Amari Cooper is not a scrub. Amari Cooper is not a scrub. The thing that's crazy about Zay Flowers' thing is, Zay Flowers is homegrown. The Ravens drafted him. He made the huge mistake in the playoffs last season. He worked out, he did his thing in the offseason, came back, and benefited from a amazing, historic Lamar Jackson season. And Zay Flowers did his thing. Hope he gets well soon. He did his thing. And we're punishing Lamar because he has Zay Flowers, who did amazing, and Derrick Henry. Here's the thing about Lamar Jackson. When you watch the game yesterday, against the Browns, there were plays where defenders were stuck because the threat of Lamar Jackson breaking loose to them was greater than him passing the ball to a wide open target who would have scored a touchdown. That's how crazy. There was plays where Bateman was covered, but because Lamar Jackson was out of the pocket, they were stuck in decision-making mode, and Lamar threw a dot to Bateman. Bateman ate that drive, was late in the game. There was another play in the game where Lamar broke 3 to 4 tackles. The Browns defenders were gassed. You can visibly see Myles Garrett going, what the hell do we have to do to get this man on the ground? Lamar Jackson has faced more playoff teams that are in this current playoffs that we will see this weekend than the Bills did. Josh Allen won 3-3. Lamar Jackson beat the bricks off the Bills, first and foremost. Beat the bricks off the Buccaneers. Beat the bricks off the Broncos. Beat the Bengals twice. Well, the Bengals not in it. I was going to say that for another point about the division and stuff, but beat the Chargers, beat the Bucks, beat the Bills. I mean, what else are we doing? I mean, they made such a big deal about the Harbaugh Bowl, which we could see a repeat, depending on the Chargers game later. Lamar Jackson beat them there on primetime games. Lamar Jackson beat the Texans, who are also in the playoffs, on Christmas Day in a convincing fashion, doing no-look touchdown passes. Like, what are we doing? Well, Lamar Jackson threw 5 TDs against the New York Giants, while Josh Allen struggled to beat the New England Patriots. People were saying Lamar Jackson was stat padding because he wanted to dominate and win. What are we doing here? I don't know what people say about Josh Allen and stat pad. I think stat pad is the most ridiculously stupid thing that's ever out there. There's incentives and all kinds of reasons of why guys want to quote unquote stat pad, because there's literally millions of dollars on the line, or thousands of $1 million on the line if they get certain statistics. So that's all I'm saying with that. Lamar Jackson, I'm trying to see if I can pull up the Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen statistics out here. Cause I know there's been a lot of comparison with these things, but I can't find the graphic that I wanted to use. But listen, it's a race. I think it's close to what people are saying. But it's a race. And Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson both deserve it. I don't think it should be a co-MVP, though. You have to go one way or another. I think people have already made up their minds, though. I think maybe Lamar changed a couple of minds last night in the 9th hour, but it's either too late or it's not enough, unfortunately. But right now, Super Bowls. Lamar has 2. I don't think he cares. He wants the Lombardi. He knows how close he was last season. He knows that every single team that was in the playoffs last season on the NFC side that was left, he beat the bricks off, and they had no chance. And he lost against the Chiefs, who the Ravens defense held at 10 points. They just needed a touchdown. Like, they needed a touchdown for a majority of the game. They just needed a touchdown to win. So that's where we're at with this race. I'm still voting for Lamar. I really wish I could pull up the stats. I can't find the stats I wanted to use. But it's crazy that we're saying, oh, the biggest argument is Lamar has 2. Let Josh get 1. I feel bad Josh hasn't. What kind of loser shit is that? What kind of loser shit? What are we doing? That's garbage. And if you think that way, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, man. There's so much stuff to go over. I think the Bucks won the NFC South, so congrats to them. But there's so much stuff I want to just dedicate to another video. And I also want to do a video previewing the playoffs. So I just don't want to talk about the MVP again until the MVP race is won, unless there's some discussion needs to be had, because I just like talking about it with y'all, because y'all bring up great points on both sides for defensive Lamar Jackson or defensive Josh Allen. I really like conversing with y'all. Y'all make some really good opinions and make me think, and so I really like that. Darren Orlovsky during that broadcast was hilarious. That man, just say you're Darren Orlovsky. Some of these votes that people get for MVP needs to be relooked at, because I'm not liking what I'm seeing on some of them. Y'all can look up the stats for Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. I've said it in other videos too, but I mean, 40 plus touchdowns, 900 rushing yards for Lamar, 4,000 plus rushing yards. Hasn't been done. I know for Josh Allen, he was close but no cigar, because it hasn't been done. If Josh Allen did it, then Lamar would have made history. But since Josh Allen couldn't, Lamar did. So say what you want to say. I think Lamar Jackson is one of the best players. That's the difference. He's the overall best player in the league, and there's no one close. You take that kind of threat out of the team's gonna be trash. People are gonna point to the Bills game today, saying, "Well, the Josh Allen wasn't playing. Look out with the Bills, brother. None of the stars were playing. Stop. What are we doing? Enough." Lamar Jackson MVP. Josh Allen, we'll see. Look forward next to the recap of the final week of the NFL season, and let's get started on the preview for next week for the NFL playoffs. Let me know your thoughts down below about Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. Who's got your vote? And again, guys, I don't have an official vote in this, so don't attack me like I do. It's just my feelings, just how y'all have feelings too. Peace.